Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. It is not going to be business as usual again between the Southwest and the Fulani herders who are fond of destroying the farmland, arable farmland of the farmers in the Southwest, because right now they have taken most stringent measures against the Fulanis and they are stopping at nothing, to bring to pass these strict sanctions that they have issued out. Don't forget, yesterday, that was the same advice that was given by some elite in the Southeast. They were advising the governors, the Southeast governor, Igbo governors, that the reason why these guys are still violating this law is because they are overly careless in the implementation of the law. Nobody is, taking it serious. And that's why every day we still see them littered everywhere and destroying people's things and all of that. But if they decide to take a more stringent measures against them, they will surely stop, because laws are meant to be obeyed. But guess what? The Southwest have already started their own, and they are not just giving it as an instruction. Implementation is at high speed. Fulanis are now very scared of that land because already the implementation is on. But before we give you details of the news and further analysis, we'd like to encourage you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. All right, let's look at the news in detail. The Ondo government has said it would henceforth auction any cow seized for destroying farms in any part of the state. It said it would no longer give room for negotiation with farmers for compensation when herders destroy their crops through illegal grazing. Ondo State Commander of the State Security Network, known as Amotekun Corp Chief Adetunji Adeyeye, stated these while signing agreement for release of 250 cows. He said owners of seized cows would be prosecuted and the cows sold off. Chief Adeyeye said the 250 cows were seized after farmers at Epogun Ilara Owena Dam axis in Ifedore local government area cried about their destroyed crops. Adeyeye stated the cows destroyed over 300 hectares of farmland with crops such as cassava, maize, cocoyam, and yam. This is serious. He said it was painful. The herders harvested the cassava, cocoyam, and yam tuber to feed their cows as well as ate some themselves. Can you imagine the degree of wickedness? According to him, and I quote his word, he said, "I was amazed when I saw the level of destruction and stealing that they did in this current case. When we got to the farm, the herders started by attacking us. Later, they ran away, but we succeeded in arresting 2 of them. They are in our custody. We also arrested over 250 cows, which we brought to our premises here. But to trek for 30 to 40 kilometers every time is not a joke. Not only that we have to trek for this long distance, we have to guide the cows and control traffic on the expressway while leading the cow. So it's not a small job at all. Amotekun will no longer allow settlement of farmers henceforth because it appears that it is not working. We will henceforth charge them to court and auction the cow." That is the position of the state government and the Amotekun Corp as from now. Any herder that destroy farmland and crops now, we are not going to open the window of opportunity for negotiation for payment of compensation. They will be arrested. The herders will be prosecuted. The cows will become the government property and will be auctioned because the window of love we showed them, they are not reciprocating by complying with agreement reached with the farmers. We felt that the herders are transacting their business, which they have right to do. As a Nigerian, farmers are equally transacting their business. A lot of them investing heavily on the farm. Many of the farmers have died of stroke and hypertension, and a lot of them have lost their property because they cannot service the loan they took and invested in the farm. All these affect the socio-economic growth of the Southwest. Especially although we are not going to tolerate this again. Collecting money and giving to farmers does not pay. The money paid to farmers as compensation is not up to 1% of the crops destroyed. Adedeye said. Ondo chairman of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeder Association, MACBAN and Haji Gaba Bello, signed for the headers, while Mr. Odeyemi Joseph and 3 others signed for the farmers. Odeyemi said the agreement was for the herdsmen to remove their cows and never to return to the area. I mean, this is a good one. Very, very good step taken by Ondo State. These guys... all these stories that we hear from the likes of Bode Joe and and other persons who are representing MACBAN, talking about Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeder Association of Nigeria, all those things are just mere lies. These guys are already used to this lifestyle. Imagine you are grazing around, you can identify farmland. As much as I know, they know that this level of crops and this level of farm produce is not something that some angels or some spirit being came and dropped there. Those things were dropped, or those things were planted by people who are intending to sell it out in commercial quantity. You step into the farm, it didn't even occur to you that these guys must have spent reasonable amount of money to do this thing. The labor they have paid, where they got the stem from, where they got the head of the tuber, where the daily protection and the daily, weeding and all of that. They didn't even care. Harvested the crops, gave to the animals to eat, and they ate it. They are damn too hard. That's why I think this whole agenda of Fulanization is as real as anything, because with what I am seeing, they are strictly out to make sure that they take over forests. They want to continue with this to a point where the people will say, okay, let's give up all the forests to them, and gradually they will keep on invading the city till they take over everywhere. They want to make Nigeria look like their own thinking, their own brain. They want to make like Nigeria a semblance of their own way of life. The kind of low-level standards that they have, that's what they want Nigeria to turn to. And I think that the state government needs to be very strict about these things. Let it not just be an issue of just pass it into a bill to stop them from. Let it be known that every culprit, every violator of this law will be dealt with. Don't just make it the local television. It should be shown on the national television. Announce it very well with some very strict law that anyone that is found violating this law, no matter who you are, we are going to deal with you decisively according to the provision of the law. And that's how it should be. Because I cannot imagine you walking into 3 hectares of land that people have planted yam, cassava, and the likes, and you took your time and destroyed the whole thing. When people came, mainly you guys saw that Amotekun people have come, they started reacting, just to show you they know what they were doing. So this issue of compensation made the MACBAN people and sign some compensation and all of that. It's over. Just tell them it's over. And I think that this whole thing should be widespread in the southern part of Nigeria. Let them know that if we must exist in the southern part of Nigeria, we must live according to the rules of our host. The communities will tell you what to do. If you don't abide by it, bro, take off. Go back to your city. We do not want your prayer, because you cannot come into our own state and end up frustrating the activities of the host community. It has never happened anywhere. If we come to your own come to your own state, and we make sure that any animal that comes into our farm, we kill it. We go to your grazing areas, and we make sure that we plant our seeds there. Anybody who tries to frustrate us, we kill their cows, and nobody will like it. I think we have to reach a consensus at this point, just like Ondo people. Let them see how stringent it is. And anybody who violates it, you deal with him decisively. That's just my point. Because this thing, we need to set standard in Nigeria. That's why we are like this. There are no standards. People just do things the way they do. We have laws that should create a standard. Unfortunately, those laws are looked down upon. Things must be done right for once at least. I'd like to leave it there. Go to our comments.